So almost 44-year-old French football legend Patrice Evra announced a few days ago he's going to be fighting in the PFL and possibly on the May 24th card that they're having in Paris, France. And he called out another fellow football legend from Uruguay, Luis Suarez, because he's had some beef with him and said that Suarez said some racist stuff to him back in the day. And I do have to give some respect to Patrice Evra for taking an MMA fight over a boxing fight. You know, obviously both are super risky and hard to learn, but it is kind of cool to see someone as famous as him with almost 14 million followers on Instagram crossover into MMA. But guys, just be real for a second. Father Time is undefeated, and he's just now learning how to wrestle, strike, and grapple at 44 years old. MMA is a young man's game, dude. I just hope that they give him someone who's, on his level, or somebody who will go lightly on him, or, maybe like he said, another football legend who's trained about the same amount of time as him. He talked about training with Khabib for this fight, which would obviously be super helpful, but as you can even see, Khabib was saying, brother, why you do this? You don't need this. If you need to fight, I'm going to fight for you. Send me location. I'm going to teach you how to smash people. So I think Khabib is down to train him, but he also knows it's fucking insane to have a 44-year-old retired athlete learn to fight and then actually fight in an arena with probably less than a year of training. If he was 24 years old, it's obviously a whole different story, but he's not. He's not 24 years old. He's almost 44. And I don't doubt he's an insanely talented athlete, obviously, and a super quick learner. I just hope he doesn't get hurt badly and doesn't embarrass himself. But the PFL always wants to get as many eyes it can get by doing anything, and they're always willing to do crazy stuff like this. So it's not too surprising. And it's just funny. Of course, this is what the PFL is focusing on when they have crazy talented fighters like Patchy Mix under contract waiting over a year for a fight. I mean, dude, he's literally begging to be released from his contract, or at least give him a fight, as you could see. But the PFL hasn't scheduled a fight for Patchy. They'd rather focus on signing Patrice Evra and other celebrities and changing the name of their league 10 times in a row to the PFL Europe Challenger Celebrity Series or some shit, and having musical performances from Nav in the middle of the card when they already struggle to have good pacing. And this is like the type of stuff that separates the PFL from the UFC. I'm not glazing the UFC, but at least they aren't constantly signing celebrities to fight besides, like CM Punk, which obviously didn't work out well, but at least they're not having musical performances in the middle of their cards. It's just a crazy situation to have a 44-year-old former absolute legend go in and fight for their first time ever in the PFL. I hope he doesn't get too hard of an opponent. I think they'll definitely want him to win, so they won't give him too crazy of an opponent. Probably another football legend, like I said, but who should Patrice Evra fight? Do you think it's okay that the PFL is doing this? Should it be Luis Suarez? Maybe a fighter who's only been training for like a year and is like at least 38 years old, or maybe 44 like Patrice. Comment down below, let me know, and subscribe to the channel, boys. We're trying to get to 10 subscribers soon. That'd be awesome. Later.